Brewers come to bat here in the second inning. Garrett Mitchell stand in here in the second. If you're playing a team called the Brewers, pitch is in there for a strike. Is it bad to drink beer while you're watching your team play a team called the Brewers? Is that being a traitor?
I can't imagine that it would be, no matter what they're called.
Off the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Louder's into his windup and the 1-1. And Mitchell swings off the end of the bat, lines one softly into left center field. It's down for a base hit. Myers over to cut it off, but Mitchell's on with a leadoff single here in the second inning. And let's take a peek at tonight's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Crosley Field trivia has been the topic this series. It will remain such tonight. On this date in 1970, the Reds played at Crosley Field for the last time. Ballpark's final game was a memorable one. Johnny Bench hit a game-tying solo home run, swinging a high pop foul back out of play, down to our left. Johnny Bench hit a game-tying solo home run, and Lee May hit what proved to be a game-winning solo home run against the Giants in the 8th inning. What future Hall of Fame pitcher surrendered each of the last 2 home runs hit at Crosley Field? 0-1. Down too low. So 1970s Hall of Fame pitcher pitching for the Giants. Who was it? A, Juan Marichal. B, Gaylord Perry. Or C, Hoyt Wilhelm. The 1-1. Swinging and a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sal Frelick.
I think it was Juan Marichal.
Okay.
I think.
That's A. Now, I know some years later when you joined the Giants, the pitch low and inside, but was there much talk about him in those days?
Yeah, when he hit Johnny Roseborough with the bat. That's my answer, A.
Okay. It's not where I expected you to go with that, but fair enough. 2-2 on Sal Frelick. Runner at first with nobody out. Pick to first, runner back. Well, I'm going to follow your lead because it's kind of Giants-ish trivia, so I'm going to refer to my Giants expert. That's you.
Made your guess.
2-2 on Frelick. There goes the runner. The pitch is popped into the air. High on the infield. Right on top of second base. Ellie's standing there. He'll just go ahead and make the catch. Runner's back to first base. Mitchell will stay there. There's one gone here in the second as we pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. One on, one out. Now the rookie, Cooper Pratt. First pitch to Pratt. Cut on and missed a slider over the outside corner. 0-1. Pratt came into the season a 6th-round pick back in 2023, but vaulted up to the top of the prospect rankings for the Brewers. Came in this year ranked number 3, according to the folks at Baseball America. Breaking ball off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pratt. Very highly regarded. Now, you look at his draft status, you think, a 6th-round pick got up to being a top 5 prospect? Well,
he wasn't going to sign.
No.
And told teams he wasn't going to sign.
Swinging a soft tapper to the right side. The runner was in motion. Louder will field it. The only play goes to first, and he underhands it to Steer to get the out on Pratt. So that play goes 1-3. Down to second base, Garrett Mitchell. Now with 2 outs. Number 9 hitter will come to the plate. Yeah, he was there were definitely some signability questions with him because it looked like he was going to college, and then Pratt decided, well, you know what, the offer's pretty good. Instead of going to Ole Miss, I guess he'll sign with the Brewers. That's what he did. The pitch swinging a ground ball foul, first base side. He grew up in northwest Mississippi, not far from Oxford. 0-1 the count on David Hamilton. Runner at second base with 2 outs. Lauder readies, eyeballs the runner at second. Now comes home to Hamilton, and that's in there for a called strike, and he's down to the count 0-2. 9-hole hitter for the Brewers, a left-handed batter. Hitting .233, 3 homers, 12 RBIs for Hamilton. Mitchell started the inning with a base hit. He's down at second, and the pitch is low. Changeup down to Hamilton. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Lauder trying to strand a Brewer runner in scoring position. The Brewers are just too good of a team to continue to strand a bunch of runners in scoring position. 1-2. Swing and a miss. They strand another one here, though. Lauder got him to go after a fastball away. Down on strikes, David Hamilton. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Reds and Brewers on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Success is often determined by how well you plan and prepare for life's biggest moments. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you and your loved ones are protected for generations. You can rest assured knowing you've made the right choice, placing your trust in Western and Southern. From life insurance to retirement and investments, Western and Southern helps provide the peace of mind you need so you can be in the moment with the ones you love. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
Spencer Steer lead things off here in the second inning. Left-hander home with the first pitch to Steer, and it's a strike on the inside corner. Boy, it'd be good to see him get going again offensively. Steer 4 for his last 53. Now, all 4 of those hits have gone for extra bases, though. 0-1 on Steer. Pitch to him. Swing, and there's a ground ball. Base hit right field. So Steer is on with a leadoff single here in the second, and boy, is that swing a thing of beauty.
We both watched that during batting practice today, and that's exactly what Steer was doing his entire BP, shooting the ball from the center field line all the way to the right field line, and he puts it into play here.
Goes the other way. The pitch was away, and he just went with it. Like you and I were talking before this game even started, if you're going to beat the Brewers, that's what you've got to do. Take your hits. Don't try to do too much. Now Eugenio Suarez takes a look at a strike at the knees, and the count is 0-1, but he wants to challenge.
Matter is challenging the called strike.
So let's see. Was it a strike or was it low? As Suarez thought, it was down.
Pitches the ball. Cincinnati is still remaining.
So it's 1-0 on Suarez. The Reds still have both their challenges. Left-hander sets ready. Steer out to his lead at first, and here he comes. And Suarez swings, pops it up foul. First base side, that'll end up back in the seats and out of play. Suarez trying to heat back up. Well, he blasted those 2 home runs to the tune of 6 RBIs a few games back, and you thought, oh boy, he's about to take off. The engines have sputtered since. Here's the 1-1. Up and away. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Suarez. Left-hander Drowan. Comes set. Now here he is with the 2-1 pitch, and Suarez goes the other way, loops one down the line and right. If it drops, it's trouble. It does. It drops right on the line and off the lip of the grass. Right where the warning track meets the outfield grass down the right field line. It hit the lip right on the chalk line and then darted into the seats over the low wall just past the tarp.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
A little lob wedge double down the right field line. It goes for a ground rule double, steers around to third base, and now the Reds with runners at second and third and nobody out. Perfectly placed. Now Noelvi Marte. The pitch in the dirt inside. It kicks away from the catcher Contreras, but not far enough to allow Steer to dash home.
Well, you got nobody out and runners at second and third. This can't be a strikeout at bat. You got to put it in place somewhere. The infield's playing back. They're giving you a run.
1-0 the count on Marte. Drowan to the plate. And Noelvi Marte watches a strike. Cutter over the outer half. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marte hitless in the series, 0 for 6, and he struck out 4 times. Average at 208 for the year. Drowan's 1-1. And Marte takes down and in. And he's ahead of the count, 2 balls and a strike. Steer at third. Suarez at second. Now Drowan to the plate with the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul right at home plate. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Stevenson next, then McLean. Golden opportunity for the Reds to take the lead for the first time in this series. It would be their first runs in regulation. The only run the Reds have scored in this series was an unearned run, plating the ghost runner in the 10th inning in Game 1. 2-2 pitch. Marte fouls it back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Noelvi Marte. Outfield playing Marte the other way. Drowan readies. Belly high set in the 2-2. Swinging another flare foul over the first base dugout. Back into the seats. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Marte.
Yeah, even if you get jammed and hit the ball towards the normal second base position, you've got an RBI.
Terang way up the middle. Bowers is playing off the bag at first base in good ways, but there's still a huge hole over there. Again, the 2-2. Strike 3 call. Frozen with a fastball over the inside corner. Marte's down on strikes, and that's the first out of the second inning. Brings up Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson's 5 for his last 17 over his last 5 ball games. He's been swinging it better. Hits in 4 of 5. Infield about halfway in against Stevenson. Pitch. And he takes a little bit low on the outside corner for ball 1. If he could get a knock here, the Reds could get 2. You need to get 1 at a bare minimum.
Baby steps. You just got to make some contact.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Tyler Stevenson. And he lays off the slider down low, 2-0.
I mean, when you're the first batter that hits with no outs and a runner at second, third, and you strike out, it just incrementally increases the pressure on the following hitters behind you. That's why you've got to be able to do a job, get the ball in play.
2-0. Here comes. Low and in. Slider makes it 3-0 now on Tyler Stevenson with Matt McLean waiting on deck.
And you see with Stevenson at the plate, the Brewers brought the infield in halfway, so they're still looking to try to get a play at home plate. With Marte at the plate, they were giving you a run.
3-0 on Stevenson, the pitch. And he takes a strike. Fastball down the middle of the knees. 3 balls, 1 strike on Stevenson. Steers at third. Suarez at second. 1 out. And the 3-1 pitch. Ground ball down the third base line, but foul. Now it's full. 3-2. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. This is a big pitch in this game already. 3-2, second and third, 1 out, and Drowan's home with a payoff pitch to Tyler Stevenson. And he walked him. He missed down with the fastball, and now they're loaded. So Stevenson, a good job not to give in. And now they're loaded, and it's up to Matt McLean to try to cash in on a big spot here, and Chris Hook, the Brewer pitching coach, will make his way to the mound. You've got a young pitcher, and he's in a tough spot right here. You want to make sure that you don't give in to him with the pressure on the guy on the mound.
And it's interesting watching the veteran Bryce Terang intense conversation with the youngster Cooper Pratt, just trying to go over every single scenario that could possibly happen for the young shortstop. Where to go with the ball, how hard the ball is hit, depending on whether you can turn a double play or not.
Got to believe the speed of McLean probably enters into that conversation somewhere. Brewers will back up their middle infielders. We'll see where they play Hamilton. He's backing up right now at third. First baseman Bowers is even with the bag. McLean, a career .261 hitter with the bases loaded. They will play Hamilton back at third base. So they're going to take their chances with a double play. The left-hander sets ready and goes to work against McLean. The pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike, 0-1. All right, so you know that Drowan's probably going to try to coax a ground ball out of McLean. That's his goal. McLean's goal is to get the ball in the air. 0-1 pitch to McLean. Swinging a foul off the catcher. What's that game of cat and mouse like between the pitcher and hitter?
Well, I think more times than not, when you're trying to get the ball in the air as a hitter, you want the ball out over the plate. So from a pitcher's standpoint, you're trying to crowd him a little bit, especially after a slow pitch to get ahead. And that's exactly what Drowan did.
Fastball in on his hands. It's 0-2 on McLean. Now Drowan's 0-2 pitch. Too high. McLean started to go, came dangerously close to offering it that pitch. They asked Todd Tishner at first, who says no swing.
You also, from a pitching standpoint, now Drowan probably doesn't realize this, but when you've got a team that has struggled to score in the first 2 ball games, if you're a veteran on the mound, you use 2 inches off the plate because you know the hitter's going to press.
1-2, and it's popped up. High in the air, shallow right. Terang a long way to go. The second baseman waving his arms to make the call. Steer tags but stays at third. And the bases are loaded now with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order. Here's Blake Dunn.
That is why it was so incrementally important that Noelvi put the ball in play when his turn at bat came. That's why I said before he even started that you can't have a strikeout here, and that's what you got.
So now 2 away. Dunn struck out his first time up.
When you have a runner at third and they're giving you a run, you take the run by getting the ball on the ground.
Drowan home with the first pitch to Dunn, and that's in there for a strike on the slider, 0-1. Steer at third. Suarez at second. Stevenson at first. 0-1 on Dunn. Here's Drowan's 0-1 pitch. Swinging at a foul on a curveball, and now it's 0-2. Spencer Steer led the inning off, singling through the hole on the right side of the infield. A batter later, Eugenio Suarez blooped a ground rule double down the right field line that bounced on the line and twisted into the seats. Now the 0-2 pitch to Blake Dunn. Strike 3 called. Froze him at the knees. Dunn wants to challenge.
Challenging the previous pitch.
And that was going to be strike 3. So after the double, put second and third, strikeout, walk, pop out, strikeout.
Confirmed. The pitch is a strike. The batter is out.
And the Reds leave him loaded. We're still scoreless as we head to Cowboy in the third on the Reds Radio Network.
Red Lauder back to the hill. He has faced 9 batters through the first 2 innings. He is not allowed a run. Allowed a couple of hits. And he will get Christian Yelich in the leadoff spot to begin this 3rd inning. We are scoreless. Lauder to the plate. Breaking ball, strike over the inside edge, and he's quickly ahead of Yelich. No balls and 1 strike. He hit Yelich with a 3-2 pitch in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball down and in. And Yelich right over the top of it. No ball, 2 strike count. Lauder, quick step back pitch. Fastball up and away. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is 1 down. That is changing quadrants and eye levels all at the same time. He got a slider down and in on the prior pitch. He swings over the top of it. Then you go up and away with the fastball. Surprised even a very good hitter like Yelich. Here's Chourio. First pitch, ground ball over the head of a leaping third baseman in Sal Stewart. And that'll be a base hit for Jackson Chourio. He is on for the 2nd time here tonight.
There's that hit there. There's the hit last night that ended up going for the triple that bounced over Sal's head. I bet he's wishing he was Ellie's height right about now.
Or maybe he wishes he could jump like LeBron. Here's Bryce Terang. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. You come in the strike zone against the Brewers, they're aggressive. No ball, 1 strike count. Chourio will run. He's at first base. Fouled to the left side, out of play. You never really know exactly where your barrel is when you're swinging unless you swing. If you're just taking. No ball, 2 strike count. Back to the plate. Fly ball, center field. Myers should have it when it comes down. He does. And there's 2 down, and Chourio will retreat back to first base. That'll bring William Contreras to the plate. Contreras hit a changeup his first time up, hit it right off the end of the bat. It was down, but it was closer to the inside corner than being away, and that's why Contreras had an easier time getting to it. And he'll take a fastball away here. It is well off the outside edge. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Chourio has 5 stolen bases on the year. He is yet to be caught. Lauder back to the plate. Hit hard into deep right center field. Back is Myers, and that is going to be a home run. Right off the top of the wall, Myers ran into the wall, and it is 2-0 Brewers. William Contreras with his 8th home run of the year, RBIs number 47 and 48.
Myers a little slow to get up out there, and I think some of that is frustration that he didn't catch it.
Well, the ball was hit awfully well, but it did look like he was going to have a chance to steal a home run. And he went up, slammed into the wall, and I don't know if the ball actually hit his glove. Nope, it hit just
behind it.
Just behind it.
But it did hit off the top of the yellow line.
Yeah. It would have taken a phenomenal play to catch it, but it was catchable. Here's Bowers, a swing and a miss on a first pitch breaking ball. And that'll miss downstairs, a changeup. One ball, one strike count. Lauder to the plate, and a tapper foul over towards the Reds dugout. Good changeup right over the outside corner, down around the kneecaps. 1 ball, 2 strike count here to Bowers. Bowers took a backdoor slider in his first at bat for strike 3. Here's the 1-2. They go right back out there, and it's just a tad down. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Lauder eyeballing Stevenson, and this one is popped foul to the left side, out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Back to the dish. Hit high and deep, and you can kiss that baby goodbye. Back-to-back home runs. That was 3/4 of the way up the moon deck. 14th home run of the year for Jake Bowers. It comes on a 2-2 pitch, and he destroyed that one. It is 3-0 Brewers. It was a changeup, and it was a floater, and it was right down Broadway. Up about mid-thigh, almost to the belt. Here's Garrett Mitchell, who singled his first time up. And he'll take a strike. Fastball over the inside part of the plate. No ball, 1 strike count. This is pretty much what happened to Lauder in his last start against the Yankees. It was 1 inning that was his undoing. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Here to Garrett Mitchell, hitting from the left side. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup down and away.
It was an out away from getting out of this inning and working around the 1-out base hit.
Back to the plate. Fastball rides well out of the strike zone. And that'll even things at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lauder turns it loose. Slider off the inside corner, and that'll run the count full. Big deep breath from Louder. Now he comes with a 3-2 pitch, and he's going to miss inside. That is ball 4. So back-to-back home runs, and then a base on balls to the number 6 hole hitter in Mitchell, and that'll bring Sal Frelick to the plate. And that will also bring pitching coach Matt Tracy to the mound. And with that, we will pause for identification right here on the Reds Radio Network. So a quick meeting on the mound. Mitchell at first. Can run, will run. 6 stolen bases on the year. He has been caught 5 times. But Frelick at the plate, popped out to the shortstop De La Cruz in his first at bat. And now Louder catches the inside corner with a fastball. And he's ahead 0-1 here to Frelick. Frelick, a .232 hitter coming into tonight's ball game. He'll pop this one up. Left side. Stewart calling for it, and he's got it. 3 runs across on back-to-back home runs by Contreras and Jake Bowers for the Brewers. They have taken a 3-0 lead. Reds come to the plate here in the bottom of 3 on the Reds Radio Network.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
Hot dogs!
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They've sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. Grater's new limited time flavor is peanut butter and clouds. Peanut butter ice cream with clouds of marshmallows. It's as good as it sounds and won't last long. In scoop shops and at Graters.com. Taste the greatest.
Three runs on the board for the Brewers. And the Reds will send Ellie De La Cruz to the plate. 2-3-4 here in the Reds lineup against the left-hander Shane Drowan. First pitch to De La Cruz, a fast ball way out of the strike zone. 1-ball, no strike count. De La Cruz grounded to third base his first time up. He'll take a breaking ball. That's a strike right at the bottom of the zone. And that'll even things at 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, on that ground ball to third, looked like Ellie was running rather well. I mean, just the ability to have that little bit of acceleration kind of takes your over concern away from that hamstring. That pitch misses outside. The backdoor breaking ball didn't quite get back to the plate. 2-ball, 1 strike count. Drowan turns it loose, and it's tapped foul off to the third base side. Now, when we've seen De La Cruz well at his right side of the plate, he's hitting the ball to right center field. Right now, he is way out in front of everything. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Pitch to the plate, and again, way out in front, dribbling over towards the third base dugout.
I always wonder for hitters, is it easier to slow down
It
if
is
you're out in front?
much more difficult to slow down. It is really easy to speed up. It is really hard to slow down. The 2-2. Slider down and in. Full count now to De La Cruz. That's why they invented the changeup. Full count pitch. And it is ripped right through the left side of the infield, and that was a fastball right down Broadway. So a leadoff single for the Reds, De La Cruz. He's at first base. And that'll bring Dane Myers to the plate.
I think they're going to test the hamstring and have him in motion here.
No real reason to at this point.
No.
You're down 3-0.
Bingo.
Myers walked in his first at bat. Out of the stretch throwing. He'll check De La Cruz and pitch. Fastball strike over the outside corner. Tell you what, the Reds can take some fastballs on the first pitch right down Broadway. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball again on the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. (0-2) to Myers. There's a fastball in like a cutter in off the plate. Drawing got on that one a little bit. 95 up under the hands of Myers. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Throwing the pause, a bit of a hold. Now he'll pick to first, sending De La Cruz back. One ball, 2-strike count. Myers hitting in the 3 spot tonight. Trying to get aboard for the second time here tonight. The pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down. Fastball upstairs. So here's Sal Stewart. Stewart was a strikeout victim on a fastball looking in his first at bat. I mean, there's no reason to look for anything else but a heater from this guy. He's only thrown a few breaking balls so far tonight, and that misses just off the inside corner. A fastball in. It's a 1-ball, no-strike count. And the numbers ahead of time would tell you this guy just throws heaters. So when he throws that first one right down Broadway and you take it, you're the only one you can blame. Swing and a miss. And he gets the hook right there. A 1-0 hook. I think Stewart was swinging for the fastball right there. And he was just a bit out in front. 1-ball, 1-strike count. Throwing back to the plate and fouled straight back. He got him another fastball. Pretty good swing by Stewart, but just a tad tardy. One ball, 2-strike count. Stewart calls timeout. Not really out of the box, just resetting. Now the kid's ready. De La Cruz will take a walking lead off the bag at first. Drawing back to the dish. Fouled back behind home plate. So out of the 4 pitches that Stewart has seen in this at bat, 3 have been fastballs. Another 1-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball, tapped foul at home plate. Count stays 1-2. De La Cruz with a leadoff single. Myers struck out chasing a fastball, and now Stewart ready again, and he will pop this one foul down the right field line. Another heater. Count stays 1-2. Drawing eyeballing De La Cruz. Now back to the plate. Breaking ball into the dirt. And the thing about it with Drowan, it's not like he's throwing these breaking balls for strikes. He's burying them down in the ground.
Again, goes back to the ability to eliminate that pitch.
Exactly. Here's the 2-2. Rip foul down the left field line. Stewart all over that fastball, but a tad early. That's the pitch that he struck out on in his first at bat. Drowan tried to go to it on the 2-2 here. And Stewart just a little early, but he got every bit of the barrel on that pitch. Another 2-2 offering from the left-hander Drowan. Here he comes. And a tapper foul off to the third base side. That was a changeup. That's the first one of those we've seen tonight. Of course, the further you get along in the at-bat, tell you, if Stewart hit that fastball off of me, I would have thrown the changeup too. No, that was 95 up under his hands, and he hit it like he knew it was coming. 2-2 again. Fouled off. Tell you what, this kid can put an at bat on you now. Sal Stewart battling for everything he's worth right here.
10 pitches in and counting.
Another 2-2 pitch. Drowan back to the set. Here he comes. Backdoor breaking ball. Misses outside. And the count will run full. We'll see if the Reds run De La Cruz here.
You know, you don't see many at-bats that go into double-digit pitches that aren't full counts before you get to 10.
3-2 to Stewart. There goes De La Cruz, and it's a blind drive back up the middle, and Ellie will coast right on around to third. What an at-bat for Sal Stewart.
And Cowboy, that pitch there was a slider off the plate, but he still got the barrel to it and smoked it. In fact, Drowan ducked out of the way of it because he pretty much hit it right back at his cap.
Well, it was a hanger. It was a pitch that Drowan was just trying to cast over the outside corner. And Stewart, he's all over it. Can't hit it if you don't swing. So runners at first and third base. The Reds trying to make a little noise here for the second consecutive inning. Actually, they are making a little noise. But they had the runners at second and third in the second inning with nobody out. Couldn't do anything with it. First and third, one down. Here's Spencer Steer, singled right through the right side of the infield. And Lord, the Reds would take that right now. First pitch from Drowan. It's down into the dirt. It's a changeup. Stewart started, and then he thought better about it.
I don't know that Contreras would have even thrown that ball to second had he gone ahead and gone.
One ball, no strike count. Left-hander sets, looking right at Stewart at first base. The pitch. And it's a tapper foul back behind the dish. Steer readies, throwing to the plate. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. One ball, two strike count. Spencer Steer, first and third, one out. The 1-2 from Drowan. Fastball upstairs, check swing, did not go close. Close.
Reds got away with one of those last inning. It was McLean batting. They got away with another one right there. Thank you.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Steer settles back in. Steer chokes up on the bat. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. The kid has it. Flips to Terang on to first. 6-4-3. Pratt, Terang, Bowers. Inning-ending double play. Another scoreless inning for the Reds. It is 3-0 Brewers. Fourth inning coming up. Tommy Thrall's coming back here on the Reds Radio Network.
Well, here we go to the fourth inning. Brewers come to bat, leading it 3-0. Brett Lauder back to work. Lauder's into his windup. First pitch on the way, and that pitch is going to miss a little bit low. Slider down. The count is 1-0 on Cooper Pratt. Pratt grounded back to the pitcher his last time up. Now Lauder into his wind to the 1-0 pitch, and Pratt lifts this one in the air center field. Going back in a hurry is Myers, but he'll get there to make the catch shy of the track. And there's one down here in the fourth. Fourth inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Nobody on, one man out. Here's David Hamilton, the left-handed hitting third baseman. Struck out his first time up. Lauder's pitch to him is in for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Hamilton. Hamilton, 8th round pick. Pitch off the outside corner. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Swing and a miss. Hamilton, interesting because he was drafted by the Brewers. As I mentioned, an 8th rounder in 2019. They drafted him out of Texas. Then he was sent to the Red Sox. And then the Brewers got him back. In the same trade that they got the starter tonight, Shane Drowan, that I outlined earlier. And also Kyle Harrison. Swung on and fouled away. Ball and 2 strikes on David Hamilton. Is that Coke?
Just when you like somebody, you like them.
I guess so. Is that Coke a double by chance?
It probably needs to be.
1-2 on David Hamilton. Lauder into his windup, and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and this is popped up foul left side. That'll end up way back behind the Brewers' third base dugout. 1-2 the count on David Hamilton. Nobody on, 1 out. Back-to-back homers, the difference in this game. A 2-run shot from William Contreras, followed up by a solo blast from Bauer. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball down and in, and Hamilton strikes out. Christian Yelich will be the batter now. Yelich was hit by a pitch on ball 4 his first time up and then struck out in the third. And when you get hit by a pitch on ball 4, it goes down as a hit by pitch, not a walk. Pitch to Yelich in there for a strike called. And speaking of which, when you reach on a play in which there's catcher's interference with a hit or even an error by the defensive team, you reach on the error, not the catcher's interference. The pitch is a strike. That happened last night. It was initially ruled catcher's interference, and they negated the error. An official ruling came down today from Major League Baseball. The pitch is down too low. It's ball and 2 strikes now on Yelich. That play last night that was initially ruled catcher's interference on Reds catcher Jose Trevino has been changed to an error on the Reds second baseman. Swinging a looper, short left field. In comes the left fielder Dunn. He'll make the catch, and the Brewers are out in order in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 3-0 Milwaukee on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Hi, it's Dan Horde. Cincinnati weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at championsafenow.com.
Left-hander back to work for the Brewers here in the fourth inning. Shane Drowan back at it. Eugenio Suarez to lead things off, and Drowan's home with the first pitch to Suarez, and it's in for a check swing strike. 0-1 on Eugenio Suarez. Suarez doubled with a little blooper down the right field line. First time up, swing and a miss, a slider down, and the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Suarez. Through the first 2 games of this series, the two teams, Reds and Brewers, combined for just 12 hits. 0-2 pitch to Suarez is down too low. If that feels like it's very few hits, it's historically low in the hit column. It's the fewest number of combined hits for either franchise through the first 2 games of any series in the team's combined histories. Pitch is high, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Eugenio Suarez. Now, I know the Brewers haven't been around as long as the Reds. Reds have been around for a minute.
That's a bit of futility.
Yeah, 2-2. In the dirt inside. Historically
on both sides of the ledger.
It is.
And when you start talking about ever, that's a long time.
Only 12 hits combined. That's not just one team. That's both teams not hitting. 3-2 pitch. Going inside to Eugenio Suarez, and that's ball 4. He'll draw the walk.
Tonight's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge contestant, that would be you, Scott Dietz from Westchester, Ohio. And if a home run hit by a Reds player during tonight's game hits the Toyota hit and win sign, that's out in right center field. Well, Scott, you win a brand new built in the USA 2026 Tundra, all courtesy of your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Scott Dietz from Westchester. Good luck.
Now the pitch to Noelvi Marte, lines it waist high right to the shortstop, Cooper Pratt. He makes the catch. And that's the first out here in the fourth inning. Now Tyler Stevenson will be the batter. Runner at first with one out. Reds have had base runners in every inning of this game. No better opportunity to score than what they had in the second. Pitch to Stevenson on the ground. High bouncer down the third base line, but foul. Barely outside the line. 0-1 on Tyler Stevenson. The Reds had runners at second and third with nobody out, but came up empty. Had their leadoff man on in the third, didn't score. Leadoff man on again here in the fourth. 3-0 Milwaukee, our score. Tyler Stevenson back to the plate. Down to the count, no balls, one strike. Suarez walked to start it. Big breath. Now he eases back into the box. Waiting on the left-hander, Drowan. And the 0-1 pitch. Stevenson lays off a changeup down too low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stevenson worked a walk to load the bases with 1 out in the second. Drowan's 1-1. And Stevenson watches changeup catch the top of the zone for a called strike. Ball and 2 strikes on Stevenson. Suarez looking like he's in the starting blocks of a track meet over at first base with his position, but stays there as the pitch dips low on the outside corner and evens the count at 2-2 on Stevenson. Suarez trying to give the illusion that he might be running. He's not. The 2-2. And Stevenson goes the other way with a fly ball. Pretty well hit to right. Frelick is back on the track. Shy of the wall, he makes the catch. And back to first base goes Suarez. Now 2 are out. That brings up Matt McLain. McLain popped out to the second baseman his first time up. He's got a big hole on the right side if he goes the other way. Suarez running, Bowers is holding him, and the second baseman, Turang, is way up the middle. Pitch to McLain is taken low and inside. Fastball dipping down and in for ball 1, 1-0. If he reaches, Blake Dunn will be next. McLain just 1 for his last 19. The 1-0 pitch to McLain. It goes the other way, but pops it into the seats down the right field line, foul. Count even. 1 ball and 1 strike on Matt McLain. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. The left-hander sets ready. And here comes the 1-2 pitch to Matt McLain. 1-1 pitch, rather. 1-1 pitch to Matt McLain on the way. And he swings, lines it right to the third baseman. David Hamilton will make the catch, side retired. Couple of lineouts right at Brewer infielders. Reds unable to cash on Suarez's leadoff walk. Third straight inning, the Reds have had their leadoff man reach but not score. And we go to the 5th inning. Still Brewers 3, Reds nothing on the Reds Radio Network. the bat here in the fifth inning, leading it 3-0. Rhett Lauder's back to work, swinging at a foul by Jackson Churio. The count is 0-1.
Well, this is the part of the order where Lauder ran into trouble in the third inning. It started with this fella.
Churio singled. Bounced one over the head of the third baseman, Sal Stewart. Pitch. Churio takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 now on Churio. Two batters later, the home run by Contreras off the very top of the wall. The 0-2 pitch. Churio reaches out. Hits a
nice
short
play.
hop to the backhand of De La Cruz, who gloves and throws in time. Churio's out at first, and there's one down in the fifth.
Not the easiest of plays for De La Cruz, although he made it look that way. He got his feet set. I think that's part of the issue for De La Cruz. A lot of times when he gets his feet right, the glove is good enough to make the play. But he's such a big fella, he's got to get those feet untangled.
Bryce Terang takes down and into. The count is 1-0. He has tremendous hands. Yeah, I think you're spot on with that. When his footwork is right, he's going to make the play, especially this year. I think he's kind of ironed out some of his missteps in the past. Backhanded by Steer at first on the high chopper by Terang. Came in to get it on the short hop, and he'll take it himself to the bag. 3 unassisted, 2 very quickly gone in the fifth. Let's pause for ID on the Reds Radio Network. We owe you an answer to our trivia question with the Cowboy Jeff Brantley, producer engineer Dave Yiddy Armbruster. Studio producer back in our network headquarters is Drew Westerheide, and I'm Tommy Thrall. Here's the pitch. Down and away for ball 1 to William Contreras. First time up since his homer. On this date in 1970, the Reds played at Crosley Field for the last time. The ballpark's final game was a memorable one. Johnny Bench hit a game-tying solo home run, and Lee May hit what proved to be a game-winning solo home run against the Giants in the 8th inning. What future Hall of Fame pitcher surrendered each of the last 2 home runs at Crosley Field? 2-0 now on Contreras. Lauder's pitch, swinging a line drive over Stewart at third. That's into left field. Dunn chasing it down in the corner, and he'll get it back in quickly enough to hold Contreras to a 2-out base hit. So who was it? Juan Marichal, Gaylord Perry, or Hoyt Wilhelm? We both said A. Juan Marichal. Are we staying with that, or would you like to change your answer? Contreras now 3 for 3.
I'm just going to go with my original answer.
Yeah, I'll stick with it. And the answer is A. Juan Marichal. Pitch. Strike at the knees. 0-1 on that fastball from Lauder. He went into the big hall in 1983.
Marshall's a pretty good pitcher now.
Yeah. He was the starting and losing pitcher in the Giants' 5-4 loss to the Reds that night, swinging a line drive up the middle. That's into center field for a base hit. Bowers aboard. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Contreras now Bowers. They went back-to-back last time up, but they hit homers. You'll take the singles over the homers. 2 on, 2 out. Here's Garrett Mitchell.
Well, Bowers hit a changeup out of here for the home run. He knew he was getting a fastball in that at bat, and the one that he got, he powdered into center field.
Garrett Mitchell now. Pitch. And Mitchell takes a strike. The Dominican dandy had limited the Reds to 3 runs over 7 innings before Bench and May led off the 8th inning with consecutive solo home runs. Low and inside, now 1-1 on Mitchell.
He had a little temper now.
I bet. Marichal was pulled from the game after the second homer. I'm sure he was not thrilled. Something about swinging a bat at somebody. 1-1 on Mitchell. There's a high chopper right side. McLean has to back up to glove it, moving to his left from the outfield grass. Throws in time to get Mitchell. Side retired. So he works around the 2-out back-to-back singles here in the Brewer 5th. Still 3-0 Milwaukee. Middle of the 5th at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with Daily Dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Tommy Throwoff, voice of the Reds here. If your current defense can't handle a lineup of pests, it's time to make a call to the bullpen. Rose Pest Solutions can mow down pests of all kinds year-round with the Rose Home Service Program. Depending on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, all of which come with a dedicated technician. The Rose Home Service Program is the ideal way to stay ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problem? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The third, fourth, and fifth generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballpark spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
Fifth inning. Reds come to bat in the home half of it, trailing it 3-0. And here is Blake Dunn. First pitch on the way to Dunn, swung on and fouled back. Reds have had their leadoff man on in each of the last 3 innings. He's failed to score so far tonight, though. Action in the Brewer pen, though, behind the lefty Sean Drowan. It's Chad Patrick, right-hander, getting loose. Drowan's at 91 pitches. He throws. Dunn bounces it foul, third base side. It counts 0-2. Here is tonight's scoreboard stumper. 5 active. There's 5 of them. A handful, if you will. Major league players have appeared in 1,200 or more career games in the outfield. Who are these 5 active major league players? 1,200 or more career games in the outfield. And Blake Dunn is aboard to start the Reds' 5th inning. He has his first hit of the series, lining one right over short into left center. A leadoff single for Blake Dunn. 4th straight inning, the Reds have had their leadoff man on, and they have their leadoff man on in the lineup tonight. And here is Ellie De La Cruz with some good speed on base.
Is Christian Yelich one of them?
Christian Yelich is one of the ones near the top of this list. It's a good pick. Pitch to Ellie. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Yelich 1,367 games, and only one of those 1,367 games has taken place this year. He has been mostly a DH. 0-1. Ellie takes up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. De La Cruz singled in the 3rd. Sharp base hit through the hole on the left side, and Pratt moves that way a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Ellie watches a fastball on the inside corner, called a strike, and he's down 1-2.
1,200, you said?
Yep, 1,200. I'm actually surprised one of these guys is on the 2 of them, really, because they've moved to the infield. The 1-2 fouled right side. One guy has kind of been in the outfield and moved to the infield, back to the out, back to the infield. One on, nobody out. Ball and 2 strikes on De La Cruz. The lefty Drowan from the belt, home of the 1-2 pitch to Ellie. Swinging a ground ball right side. Second baseman far to his left. Terang bends down to glove it and throws to first to get him. Nice play by Bryce Terang. He had a ways to go to his left, but he got there. And that's the first out of the 5th, done up to second base.
That's going to be all she wrote for the left-hander Drowan.
Chris Hook is the pitching coach going to the mound, but he is also handling the pitching changes right now. Pat Murphy kind of on the injured list as far as mound visits go. So Chris Hook will make the pitching change for manager Pat Murphy. That will be it for Drowan. So he's not going to have a chance to qualify for the win on this night. He's going to exit with a runner at first and one out. Pitching change made here in the fifth with the Reds trailing the Brewers 3-0. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
Life can throw a lot at us, but through all the ups and downs, your financial future will be ever gentle on your mind with Western and Southern. From life insurance to investments, our one-on-one guidance is customized for your needs today and in the future. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Well, during the break, you got Mike Trout and Mookie Betts, but now you have a new pitcher to talk about.
And that pitcher is Chad Patrick. Coming on for the 22nd time, 3.3 ERA in his 60 innings. And Patrick is one of those pitchers that's kind of gone back and forth between starting and the bullpen.
Well, he will get Dane Myers. Myers being left in to hit here with a runner at second base and one out. Right-hander against right-hander. Patrick home with the pitch, and Myers shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes the ball. And you kind of wonder if maybe that's part of the plan to leave Myers in. Go out there, bunt for a hit. I don't know. We'll see. Showed bunt on the first pitch, but takes it for a ball. The Brewers aren't necessarily buying it. They stay back at the corners. Myers swinging away here, very tardy on a cutter. 90 miles an hour, and Myers appeared to be way late. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dunn's the runner at second. He's there with 1 out. Patrick ready at the belt. Here's his 1-1 pitch, and Myers takes down and away. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. He's ready. To the plate with a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter up and in, well out of the strike zone. That'll level off the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We were looking for 2 more active major league players that have appeared in 1,200 or more career games in the outfield. Joining Christian Yelich, Mike Trout, and Mookie Betts. The 2-2 fouled back. That was a pretty hittable pitch. A fastball looked like pretty close to the middle of the plate. 96, maybe elevated out of the zone slightly, but Myers still made a pretty good pass at it and fouled it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 out. 4th straight inning the Reds have had their leadoff man on. Patrick's 2-2. And a swing and a foul back on a cutter. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander against right-hander. Big hole on the right side with the second baseman Terang shading way up the middle. Bowers at first is playing off the line a bit and playing back at first base. Patrick's 2-2. Ground ball back up the middle under the glove of the pitcher. Terang will field it near second, and he gloves and throws out Myers for the second out. Dunn's up to third, but now 2 away, and Sal Stewart comes to the plate. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire, beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. Sal Stewart hitting with a runner at third and 2 outs. Infield will play him straight up now. And the first pitch to Sal off the outside corner, ball 1. Patrick picks up the sign. Now is 1-0. Right down the middle with a fastball, 97 miles an hour. It's a 1-ball-1-strike count.
I'm drawing blanks over here.
He had surgery on his arm, so he had to move to the infield. One pitch off the outside corner. Graduated high school early.
Bryce Harper.
Bingo. Bryce Harper. 1,258 games now, the Philly first baseman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next inning, I'll give you the last guy because I don't think you're going to get him, and I don't know what hints to give you. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Up and in. 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, you'd have to have 10-plus years to get to that point. Probably need about 12-plus.
Three-1 to Stewart. Down and away, and that's ball 4, and he'll head to first. So now the Reds will have the tying run at the plate, and Spencer Steer. Steer kind of hit the ball sharply his last time up, but it was to the shortstop moving toward the bag. If he hits it another foot to Pratt's left, it might get through for a hit. Instead, Pratt was able to glove it, and it turned into a rather routine 6-4-3 inning-ending double play back in the third. Dunn's at third, Stewart's at first. 2 men are out in the 5th. The Reds are trailing at 3-0. Reds just trying to get a run against the Brewers. Reds have not scored an earned run in this series. Pitch to Steer. Swinging a foul.
It is interesting to watch the dynamic between Bryce Terang and the youngster Cooper Pratt. Positioning, Pratt looking at Terang before every pitch as to which way I need to move. Do I need to move? Where do I need to be?
Nothing in 1 on Steer. The pitch. And Steer pops it up foul right side. This guy was a Pirate. He broke in with the Pirates. He was a Pirate for a long time. In fact, was an all-star with them. He's bounced around quite a bit since his Pittsburgh days. Last few years he was with the Mets. 0-2 on Steer. Runners at first and third, 2 away.
Starling Marte.
Bingo. Wow. How about that? That's very good. I would not have thought of him. 0-2 pitch. And Steer goes the other way. Fly ball hit pretty well, but going back in a hurry, Frelick makes the catch on the track, and the inning is over. Steer hit it well, drove it the other way, but the Reds strand 2 more. This time at the corners. We've played 5, 3-0 Milwaukee on the Reds Radio Network. Sixth inning. Brewers come to bat. Rhett Lauder still on for the Reds, and he delivers. Spinning in a slider for a first pitch strike to the right or left-handed hitting Sal Frelick. Frelick popped out to short. He's also popped to third. Reds have 5 hits tonight. Nothing to show for it. The slider misses low. He was hoping maybe Frelick would chase him out of the zone there, but he didn't. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Lauder's 1-1. Fastball well thrown over the inside corner, knee high. It's 1-2 on Frelick.
Yeah, the Reds have had runners on base in every inning. They just have not been able to score.
1-2. Swing and a foul back. Best opportunity. Bases loaded, 1 out. After second and third, nobody out in the second inning. Now the pitch to Frelick. Fastball misses up and away. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. We're in the 6th. Lauder back into his windup, the break-even pitch, and Frelick shoots it foul into the stands down past the third base dugout. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Frelick. Lauder's 2-2. Popped him up. Back to the left, and it will end up in the seats. Back behind home plate. 2-2 on Frelick. Lauder back home again with a 2-2, and Frelick lifts it to left. Going back in a hurry, done, and it is over his head, and that's going to land on the track. Into second base is Frelick, and he will end up standing there with a leadoff double. Not a great route from Dunn. Tough play, but Dunn ended up having to reach straight back toward the wall, pretty much with his back to the infield. Ended up short hopping the wall just out of his grasp. Now Cooper Pratt's the batter with a runner at second and nobody out. Brewers trying to play add-on here in the 6th. For Sal Frelick, it's his 11th double of the year. Pratt 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the first pitch to him, and he swings through a slider down and away for strike 1. Sam Maul begins throwing in the Reds bullpen. The 0-1 off the outside corner, and that'll even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lauder readies. Now he throws. Ground ball left side. Bending down to glove it. Stewart will throw across his body in time to get Pratt. The runner, Frelick, has to stay at second base, and now there's 1 gone in the 6th. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire Beer, Cheese, and Pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. 1 man out, and David Hamilton bats for the 3rd time. Strikeouts in each of his first 2 at-bats. Lauder's first pitch to Hamilton is off the outside corner. Slider away, and the count's 1-0. That one looked like it backed up on him. Tried to kind of feather that backdoor slider in over the outside corner. As you like to call it, the free strike, but it backed up and stayed away. Now the 1-0 pitch to Hamilton. Swing and a miss, and a changeup down. The count is even 1 ball, 1 strike. Frelick's off second. Lauder's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and a fastball, and the count's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hamilton has seen a lot of fastballs here tonight, and he's not hit any of them. Struck out on the first 2 at-bats, fastball away, and a fastball right down Broadway the last time out.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Hamilton. Runner breaks for third. The pitch is swung on and fouled off to the left side. That's out of play.
Well, he had third base stolen. Can't one look. These Brewer base runners, they will take advantage of it.
Lauder eyeballs the runner at second, stares him down. Now to the plate with a 1-2. Hamilton tried to check his swing. They ask at third, and no swing, says Clint Vondrack. Well, the Brewers haven't had many opportunities to steal in this series. They run a lot, but only 1 stolen base coming into tonight in the first 2 games. Swung on, fouled back to the left. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hamilton. They haven't really run tonight. Pitch, Hamilton takes strike 3 called. Fastball froze him, and Hamilton is down on strikes. That's the 6th strikeout of the game for Rhett Lauder, and now 2 gone in the 6th inning. Hamilton has struck out all 3 times he's been up tonight, but that'll be the final batter for Rhett Lauder. Terry Francona out of the mound. He's going to make a pitching change here in the 6th inning with a runner at second base and 2 outs. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. 3-0 Milwaukee on the Reds Radio Network.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
As the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds, PNC knows that everyone gets excited about different aspects of the game. Some fans love home runs. PNC likes a well-executed sacrifice bunt. Others love a sliding backhand catch. PNC prefers an infield pop-up caught with 2 hands. But everyone loves getting discounts on tickets and merchandise with the Cincinnati Reds PNC Bank Visa debit card, especially Reds fans. Learn more at pnc.com/RedsCard. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, NA, member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association and used under license.
Sam Ball is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard, let's put some mustard on it. Left-hander Mall coming on for the 37th time. 1 win and 5 losses. A 3.09 ERA.
Runner at second base with 2 outs. It's 3-0 Milwaukee, and Sam Maul goes to work. Now against the left-handed hitting Yelich. Fastball outside, ball 1. Yelich 0 for 2 tonight, hit by a pitch his first time up.
He will try to take that breaking ball through that shortstop hole if you steady diet it out there.
It is a large one, too. 1-0. Yelich takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Ellie playing way up the middle. Stewart home at third and back. 1 ball, 1 strike on Yelich. 3-0 in the 6th. Ball from the belt to the plate. Here's the 1-1, and Yelich watches a breaking ball sweep off the outside corner, 2-1. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer all season long. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area. When it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this together. Now the 2-1 pitch to Yelich. Swinging a bouncing ball headed toward the middle. Matt McClain dives, backhanded stop to his feet, throws, got him at first. What a play by Matt McClain. Great diving stop up the middle to his backhand and able to pop to his feet to gun down Yelich. Still 3-0 Milwaukee as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Have you heard? Dean Dorton does it all, from business advisory and public accounting to technology solutions. We tackle all your business challenges under one roof. Need a business valuation for your construction company? We've got it covered. Looking for managed IT services for your healthcare practice? We do that too. And that's just the beginning. Our award-winning audit, tax, and outsourced accounting services are designed to support your business at every stage. Stop juggling multiple providers and partner with a firm that brings it all together. Visit DeanDorton.com/Reds to learn more. That's DeanDorton.com/Reds.
Klosterman Baking Company is hiring. Get on-the-job training, excellent benefits, 401k, and more. Visit KlostermanBakery.com/careers. Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in.
Klosterman, better, you bet.
3-0 Brewers have the lead as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. Reds come to bat with Eugenio Suarez leading things off. Right-hander Chad Patrick still on for Milwaukee. First pitch to Suarez is in there for a strike call. 0-1. Suarez doubled in the 2nd inning. That little Blue ground rule double down the right field line. And that put runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. The Reds came up empty. The 0-1 pitch to Suarez is a strike taken at the knees. And, you know, we talk about how you can't create extra opportunities for the Brewers. That also goes on the offensive side. You can't miss opportunities to score. They will hurt you. They will come back to haunt. That's been the case so far tonight. Swinging a foul at the plate by Suarez. Still 0-2. You get a chance, you take advantage. Kind of one of those things. You score there, the game could go differently.
Well, you put pressure on the opposition. They don't just get up there and free swing.
0-2 on Suarez, and here it comes. Swinging a ground ball down the line at 3rd, backhanded by Hamilton, knocks it down, has to pick it back up and throws in time. Suarez is out. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. With a sinking one-hop liner to the backhand of Hamilton. Got the glove on it, stopped it, the ball stayed. It didn't stick in his glove, so then he had to scramble back, pick it up, but no panic. And his arm's plenty strong enough to be able to get Suarez. First pitch to Noelvi Marte is a cutter off the outside corner, 1-0. 3-0 Milwaukee. We're in the 6th inning. Reds batting. First time since the first, the Reds have not had their leadoff man on. Fouled back by Marte, and the count is even, 1-1 strike. Marte is struck out looking and lined out to the shortstop. The 1-1. Fastball way high, 2 balls and strike. Reds and Brewers meeting for the first time in this series here in 2026. Hard to believe. But they will play him again after they go to Pittsburgh. The 2-1. And it's a fastball high, 3-1 now on Noelvi Marte.
Yeah, you don't play him at all for the first 2.5 months of the year, and then you play him 7 times in 10 days.
That's a little tough. 3-1. Way off the outside corner. Marte works a one-out walk. He's on for the first time tonight. Walk of Marte brings up Tyler Stevenson.
It's only tough if you're losing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, in recent years, the Reds haven't done a whole lot of winning against Milwaukee. And they've also got Pittsburgh on the slate coming up. And that has been a house of horrors for the Reds so far this year, PNC Park. Runner at first with one man out. Reds only have 2 wins within the division this year against 15 losses. The pitch. Stevenson takes off the inside corner. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. The 1-0 pitch. Up and in with a cutter. Really, the Reds are not out of the wild card race by any stretch of the imagination at this point. But you got to turn things around sooner rather than later. Now the catcher Contreras wants to go out and talk with Patrick after missing with the first 2 pitches of this at-bat to Tyler Stevenson. It's definitely not too late to get things turned around. You got to figure you've already got Pierce Johnson back. You got Ellie back yesterday. You're going to have Emilio Pagan back very soon. And you're also getting really close to getting Hunter Green back. Maybe a couple more turns in the rotation without him.
But you don't want to fall out of the orbit before you get to the moon.
So you gotta kind of get this thing going in the right direction here quickly. 2-0 on Tyler Stevenson. 2-0 pitch. And Stevenson takes a little bit low. It's a 3-ball, no strike count. It's not too late to start tonight. Only down 3. Brewers are without Abner Uribe tonight, who is serving his 1-game suspension for his rather childish, albeit kind of comical, gesture on the mound about a month ago. It's just a strike, 3-1 on Tyler Stevenson. That has been in appeals court for a long time. There hasn't been a ruling on his appeal of a 1-game suspension. The Brewers just decided, well, go ahead and serve it tonight. The pitch is up and in. Stevenson's going to go down to first. And realistically, he probably wasn't available tonight anyway. He's pitched in 3 of the last 4 games, so as good a time as any for Uribe to serve that suspension. And now J.J. Bleday is being called off the bench to hit for Matt McLean with runners at first and second base and 1 out.
That is the 6th walk that the Reds have received tonight.
Still scoreless, though, and here's J.J. Bleday. See if the Reds can cash in on a couple of those walks with one big swing of the stick. And Contreras is going to go back to the mound now to visit with Patrick about how they want to attack J.J. Bleday in this at-bat. If you're listening tonight on a Car Truck Radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? So J.J. Bleday standing in. Runners at first and second. Only 1 out here in the 6th inning. Bleday hitting .246. He does have 13 home runs this year. First pitch to Bleday, swung on and fouled away. The 0-1 pitch, and again a swing and a foul back. And Bleday down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. At some point, you got to cash in on the opportunities that the opposition gives you. Brewers have given the Reds plenty tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch to J.J. Bleday. And a swing and again a foul back. try it again.
Looked like Patrick trying to throw that backdoor breaking ball. It was a cutter, and it ran well back over the middle of the plate.
Now the 0-2 again to J.J. Bleday. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Bleday is the second out here in the 6th inning. Now Blake Dunn comes to the plate. Dunn a base hit his last time up. First hit of the series. 1 for 3 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. Runners at first and second. Marte's the runner at second base. Stevenson over at first. 2 outs, 6th inning. Patrick to Dunn. He tries to bunt, pops it into the air behind home plate over by the Brewer dugout. 0-1 on Dunn. Trying to catch him off guard. Of course, you bring Ellie up. It's not the worst thing if you're able to successfully bunt for a hit. But you do have Stevenson running at first base and a force out at second, so it better be a good bunt. That one was not. 0-1 on Dunn. Patrick sets. Infield stays back, and the pitch to Dunn. Up and in with a cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Patrick from the belt to the plate. Here he comes, way low and outside to Dunn. 2 balls and 1 strike on Blake Dunn.
It almost looked like he was trying to quick pitch Dunn there, because that ball was pulled well off the plate and down.
Patrick has the sign, readies the belt, and the 2-1 pitch. Dunn offs it foul, back behind the Reds' first base dugout, way back into the seats. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dunn. Brewers are up 3-0 as we play in the home half of the 6th inning. Reds are trying to avoid the series sweep here at home. Patrick from the belt, back home with a 2-2 pitch. And Dunn grounds it fair down the first base line. It'll go rolling toward the corner. Here comes Marte around to score. Stevenson to third. Dunn into second with an RBI double to get the Reds on the board with 2 outs in the 6th.
How about that? Right over the first base bag.
The Reds will take it. They're on the board.
Well, he will get his chance.
And he's got a chance now where a base hit could tie this game up. You don't have to do too much. Ellie up there left-handed. Pratt way up the middle. Big hole on the left side. Center fielder Mitchell straight away. Same with Frelick. He's deep and right. Right-hander throws. Ellie takes a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Big spot here for De La Cruz. Single to second, time up tonight. 1 for 3. The 0-1. And Ellie swings, lines it into center. Will it hang up? Here comes Mitchell. He dives to make the catch and end the Reds' threat in the 6th. Boy, Ellie hit it hard, but it carried to give Mitchell a chance, and he makes the headlong diving catch. Kind of a risky play for Mitchell. If it gets by him, Ellie could circle the bases. It didn't. He caught it, inning over. 3-1, Brewers have the lead. Back to Cowboy in the 7th on the Reds Radio Network.
Sam Maul back to the hill as we begin the 7th inning of play. It is 3-1 Brewers. Reds rallied for their first run in regulation of this series in the bottom of the 6th inning. A line drive by Ellie De La Cruz on a fantastic play by center fielder Garrett Mitchell ends the Reds' threat. Blade stays in the ball game. He's in left field. Arroyo comes in and takes over at second base. First pitch from Maul is a strike as he faces 2, 3, and 4 here in the Brewer order. This is Jackson Chourio. No ball, 1 strike count. Maul the long look in, now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup off the outside corner. And Maul had Chourio lunging. No ball, 2 strike count. Here to the Brewer left fielder. Chourio so far tonight 1 for 3. All of those at bats coming against starter Rhett Lauder. Ball with a long hold here. Now to the plate. And a tapper foul. Another changeup. That pitch is good. 5-6 inches off the outside corner, and Chourio continues to offer at it. Count stays 0-2. Maul comes back to the set. Oh-2 here to Chourio. It's going to be a breaking ball into the dirt. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Ball back to the belt. Pitch to Chourio. Tapper left side. Here comes Stewart. He's got it. Bare hand throw in time. He just did get him. Stewart catches it with the bare hand and unleashes a missile across the diamond. He had to hurry with Chourio running, and hurry he did. 1 down.
Smart play, because that's the only chance Sal had. If he gloves that and has to make the exchange, I don't think he gets him. It was about as close as you can get at first base.
Here's Bryce Turang. Turang hits this one into left center field. Long run for Myers. He won't get it. That's going all the way to the wall, and Turang is going all the way to third. That will be a 1-out triple. Well, part of the reason that Maul stayed in the ball game, no doubt, was to face Bryce Turang. He has been an awfully tough hitter for these Milwaukee Brewers. And Turang not waiting around. He got a first pitch fastball and he tattooed it into the left center field gap.
This is one of those innings where it is imperative that you keep Milwaukee from scoring. You get on the board finally. You're down 2. It is quite a gut punch if you come back and immediately give up that run right back.
Well, the Reds will intentionally walk the right-handed hitting William Contreras. I would say that's a wise move. He's only 3 for 3 with a 2-run homer here tonight. But the fella at the plate's got a home run in his own right, and he's 2 for 3. And that would be Jake Bauers. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. Reds need a double play here. Maul to the plate. Breaking ball. Snaps off the outside corner. It's a 1 ball, no strike count. Here to Bauers. Bauers struck out in his first at bat looking on a breaking ball away from Rhett Lauder. He homered on a changeup and then a fastball he hit right back up the middle for a base hit. Contreras at first, Turang at third base. And now Maul to the plate. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and that was a hanger. And Bauers missed that by a foot. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Sometimes those breaking balls that don't break and they stay inside, they can really give the hitters fits. Coming back with a 1-1. Breaking ball off the outside corner. It doesn't appear that Bowers is going to chase that pitch. He's taken two that are just off the outside edge. And that'll make it a 2-ball, 1-strike count. All kicks and deals. Fastball on the outside corner, and that is strike two. The balls that Bowers has hit tonight have been from middle to the inside part of the plate. The changeup and the fastball. Maul needs to make a pitch here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefty on lefty matchup, and here he comes. And it's a breaking ball, hooked foul down the right field line. Where was that one, Tommy? Right over the inside corner.
Inside part of the plate. And down.
I would suggest not throwing it there. TJ Antone begins to loosen in the Reds bullpen. Got a left-hander on deck in Garrett Mitchell. Pitch up and away. Tried to go with a fastball away and left it up. So now the count is full. Ball comes to the set, looking right at Contreras at first. And now the pitch. And he walked it. So you stay in the ball game to face the left-handed hitters. A triple to Turang, and then he walks Bowers to load the bases. Garrett Mitchell will be pulled back. More than likely, this will be Andrew Vaughn. That's my guess. And that appears who it will be.
I don't know that you want him to face Maul.
No. Vaughn has absolutely torched left-handed pitching this year. And they're going to leave Maul in the ball game. And I would bet the reason you're having to leave Maul in the ball game is because the Reds were late getting Antone up. He's not ready. So the Reds in a bit of a predicament here. So the best right-handed bat that the Brewers have against left-handed pitching will stand in right when the Reds actually had some semblance of momentum coming into this inning. Now this is a making of Maul's doing. You got 1 out. Breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball, no strike count. Reds have the infield in at first and third. Up the middle at double play depth, the breaking ball, and that is down. It's 2-0. This is not getting better.
Vaughn 1 for 3 lifetime against Sam Maul.
Two ball, no strike count. There's no place to put him. Maul will turn it loose. And a tapper out in front of home plate. It'll roll foul. Looked like a changeup there on the 2-0 pitch. Actually, that was a fastball. Had quite a bit of movement to it. Vaughn over the top of it. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Vaughn settles back in. Maul trying to pull a rabbit out of his hat right here. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to third, and that's fair, and it is going all the way into the corner. And Blade is going to have to play it on a couple of hops. And rounding third and heading home will be Bowers. They all score, all 3 of them, and it's 6-1. A bases clearing double by Andrew Vaughn. Ouch. Fastball right over the bag, right down the left field line.
Well, I don't know how he kept it fair, but he did.
Blake Perkins will come on to pinch run for Vaughn. So Vaughn comes on the scene, hits a bases loaded double down the left field line, and just like that, he's out of the game. Here's Frelick. He bunts, and he bunts it into the air. Caught by Maul on the mound. 2 down. And that'll be all for Sam Maul. Francona heading to the mound. And that'll be it. It is 6-1 Brewers as TJ Antone will come out of the Reds bullpen. We'll be back here on the Reds Radio Network.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Tommy Thrall, voice of the Reds here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking that the catcher is a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options, basic, advantage, and premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
TJ Antone is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard, let's put some mustard on it. Reds were late getting Antone up in the bullpen. And so Maul had to face Andrew Vaughn, and it ended up being a double to clear the bases. It is now 6-1 Brewers. Runner at second base is the pinch runner, Perkins. And now Cooper Pratt, a right-handed hitter, is who Antone will face. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball, no strike count. I don't think in any scenario that you wanted Sam Maul to face Andrew Vaughn, especially in that kind of spot. Pick at second, not in time. Quickly back to the bag is Blake Perkins. Antone from the belt. He'll check Perkins once, now pitch. Breaking ball, that's a strike. Started in, broke right back over the heart of the plate here to the rookie Cooper Pratt. Came into the ball game hitting at a .304 clip, 0 for 3 here tonight. Antone to the plate. Breaking ball again, and it snaps right over the outside edge. 1 ball, 2 strike count. 3 straight hooks here to the right-handed hitting shortstop. He has not pulled the trigger yet. 1 ball, 2 strike count. 2 down in the inning. But this inning has been an absolute backbreaker. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball right down Broadway. And the youngster a bit tardy. 3 runs across. on the bases clearing double by Andrew Vaughn, and it is 6-1 Brewers. 7th inning coming up here on the Reds Radio Network.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
The world's largest Christian music festival is coming to the Ark Encounter, July 28th through September 5th in Williamstown, Kentucky. 40 days of live music from artists including Jeremy Camp, Crowder, Kane, and Matthew West, along with Southern Gospel, Bluegrass, and Christian country favorites. There's something for everyone. All concerts are free with Ark Encounter admission. Don't miss 40 days of Christian music. Go to arkencounter.com.
Reds fans, don't miss the bus for the Reds versus Nationals, August 7th to 10th, as part of a 4-day adventure with Croswell Tours. Explore Washington, D.C. and all its history. Visit gocroswell.com for details.
Pull off and fuel up at Ralph's American Grill, home of serious burgers for serious appetites. From the barbecue bacon to the black and blue, every burger is stacked, loaded, and built to satisfy. Grab the Smokestack Club or crunchy Nashville chicken sandwich. Think you've got what it takes? Climb into the cab of the Big Rig Challenge. 6 patties, loaded fries, and a milkshake. Conquer it in 45 minutes and take home the prize. Ralph's American Grill in the Roberts Center off 71. Learn more at ralphsgrill.com.
Right-hander Grant Anderson out of the bullpen for the Brewers. This will be his 30th appearance. And it's going to be a no-ball, 1-strike count on Dane Myers because he was late getting to the plate. Fastball right down Broadway. I guess they did not issue that strike. It's 0-1. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike 2.
Guess not.
I thought the umpire motioned a 0-1 count. Well, it's 0-2 now. Anderson with that sidewinding delivery, and he misses up and away with a 4-seamer here. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. He throws sidearm, but the ball doesn't really sink. It has more ride to it, but the slider's flat. And there's the breaking ball. It is hit high into the air into shallow right field. Coming on is Frelick. He'll make the catch, 1 down. So here's Sal Stewart. Stewart 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out in his first at bat looking. Singled in the 3rd. Walked in the 5th. Pitch from Anderson. Breaking ball right over the outside corner. Strike 1. Got to get used to the arm slot of this guy real quick. The 0-1. Breaking ball down and away. 1-ball, 1-strike count. I mean, by the time Myers even could figure out where he was throwing from, it was already 0-2. 1-ball, 1-strike count. Pitch from Anderson. This is hit hard down the left field line. It's got some carry. It is off the top of the wall. Into second base with a double is Sal Stewart. Well, Sal Stewart didn't have any problem picking it up.
Well, he turned that around pretty good, and he didn't miss a home run by much. He hit it high off that big wall and left.
Stewart's got a pretty good idea about where his barrel is when he swings the bat. There are times he can shoot the ball the other way. There are times there where it seemed like he was a little fooled, but he was able to get the barrel to the ball, and he hits it high off the left field wall, down the left field line for a one-out double. And here's Spencer Steer. Steer 1 for 3 tonight. Taps this one foul back behind home plate, a breaking ball.
He hit the ball hard his last time up. Drove it deep the other way, but Frelick ran it down.
No ball, 1 strike count. Anderson with the high hold. He'll check Stewart at second base. And a swing and a miss. Fastball up and away from Spencer. He had a pretty good pass at it, just a bit high. No balls and 2 strikes here to Steer. Steer is singled to right, grounded sharply into a double play, and flied to right center on a nice play by Sal Frelick. Pops this one up. Second baseman Terang wants it. He's got it. 2 down. That'll bring Eugenio Suarez to the plate. Suarez had a jam shot double that landed right on the chalk line down the first baseline in his first at bat. Walked to lead off the fourth and grounded to third very sharply his last time up. 2 down in the inning. Stewart at second base. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and slightly in. And Suarez just a tad underneath it for strike 1. Anderson turns it loose. Slider down and away. He didn't even look at Stewart that time. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, it is 6-1.
Yeah, really not much need to run here.
Anderson back to the set. He checked Stewart once, now again, and to the plate. Slider off the outside corner, and they're going to say Suarez went. That was interesting.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strike count. I guess he did.
So, of course, that hadn't been a swing today, for the most part.
Here's the pitch. And a check swing, foul ball, and a slider down around the shoe top.
It's kind of been 1920s check swing rules in this game today.
Got to hit it.
You've got to really commit.
Barrel has to be pointing at the pitcher. Anderson eyeballing Contreras. Now the right-hander sets. Here he comes. Rip down the left field line. That's heading into the corner. That will score Sal Stewart. It's a 6-2 ball game. Well, I tell you what, if Suarez touched first base, it was barely. He was hot-footing it out of the box.
That's a couple of balls that Eugenio Suarez has hit like that tonight. Remember the nice play by Hamilton earlier, Suarez's last time up. This time he kept it airborne to get it past Hamilton, so he didn't have a chance.
Here's Noelvi. He'll take a breaking ball off the outside corner. 1 ball, no strike count. And the pitch. Slider down and away, and it's a 2 ball, no strike count here to Noelvi Marte. Marte struck out looking in his first at bat, lined to the shortstop in the 4th, walked and scored the Reds' first run in regulation of this series. That came in the 6th inning. He'll take a fastball upstairs. It's 3-0. 2 down in the inning, and Anderson working himself into a bit of trouble here. 3-0 pitch coming. And he walked him. So back-to-back walks for Marte. He's at first, and that'll bring Chris Hook to the mound. Hook not only acting as the pitching coach tonight, he is also the hook. Manager Pat Murphy not making the trips to the mound to replace the pitcher tonight. As per usual, when you see a manager go to the mound, it's usually all she wrote for that pitcher. But this seems to just be, well, a little bit of talking to.
Well, you got the pinch hitter coming up, so maybe it's about that.
Or maybe it's kind of like when your dad comes home and your mama says, you know what, wait till your dad gets home. Could be one of those.
Could be.
I mean, you just walked a guy with a 4-run lead.
Skip's a little unnerved in the dugout. He sent me out here to
tell you better get it together. It will be Nate Lowe off the Reds bench to hit for Tyler Stevenson. And make no doubt about it, the Reds are looking for a blast right here to try to get back in it. They've got 2 runners aboard. And Lowe definitely has the thunder to get it out of here in a hurry. Right-hander Anderson comes with a high set. And to the plate. Fastball inside, 1-0. Suarez at second. Marte at first base. 1 ball, no strike count. Here to the pinch hitter Lowe. The pitch, backdoor breaking ball, and that is low. 2 ball, no strike count. Two ball, no strike count. Anderson with a high set. And back to the plate. Fouled off to the left side, out of play. 2-0 fastball running away from Lowe. And now it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Who did they say that fellow was warming up down there? Yoho?
Yeah, that would be Craig Yoho.
Thought that was a chocolate drink.
That's Yoo-hoo.
Got it. Low readies. Pitches up and away. It's a 3 ball, 1 strike count. And all of a sudden, Grant Anderson is having all kind of difficulty finding the strike zone.
Have you ever had a Yoo-hoo?
I have.
Do you like them?
It's kind of metallic, but it is chocolate. 3-1 pitch, and instead, Anderson steps off the back of the rubber. Now he will re-tow it. He's got to come in there one way or the other. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Here it is. Inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. The Reds have loaded the bases, and the tying run is coming to the plate in J.J. Bleday.
Well, this would
they
be
may
something.
Go get Yoo-hoo.
I think they are.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. So Chris Hook is heading to the mound. He's bringing the hook with him this time. This is not going to be a meeting. Craig Yoho. Be the first time the Reds have seen this fella. He's coming on. Reds are rallying here in the 7th. Right here. We'll be right back on the Reds Radio Network.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Your business is molded by your industry, and your advisors should be too. At Dean Dorton, we take an industry-first approach, building teams of specialists who understand your field inside and out. That means guidance that's informed, relevant, and practical insight you won't get from the standard firm. No second guessing, no we'll get back to you. Just clear, high-level advice from professionals who work in your industry every day. Learn more at deandorton.com/reds. That's deandorton.com/reds.
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
Right-hander Craig Yoho out of the bullpen for the Brewers. This will be his 5th appearance on the year. A 1.80 ERA. He was lighting it up in AAA. 8 strikeouts in those 5 innings. Here's J.J. Bleday. Bases loaded. 6-2 ball game. Yoho to the plate. Ripped into the glove on one hop to the first baseman Bowers. One pitch, and the Reds' threat is over. Reds played 1 run in the inning, but they trail 6-2 as we head on to the 8th, and right back to Tommy Thrall on the Reds Radio Network.
Back to work for the Reds. We're in the 8th inning. Brewers are up 6-2 and a bunt foul. Third base side off the bat of David Hamilton for strike 1. New catcher into the game for the Reds is Jose Trevino. After the Reds hit for Tyler Stevenson last inning. 0-1 on Hamilton. Antone readies and throws. Inside, almost hit him with a curveball on the foot, but Hamilton hot foots it out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on David Hamilton. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-game show. Yet we'll have the Toyota Tundra star of the game after this one's over. 1-1, breaking ball cut on and missed. I was hoping it was going to be J.J. Bleday with a game-tying grand slam in the bottom of the 7th inning, but instead it was a ground out to first. The Reds left him loaded. The Reds have not been devoid of opportunity tonight. Strike 3 called. Backdoor breaking ball froze Hamilton. And that is the 4th time tonight that David Hamilton has been a strikeout victim. Reds pitching struck out 8. 1 out, back to the top of the order. And really, the Reds have held the Brewers to just 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Reds are 2 for 12. The pitch is a strike. 0-1 on Christian Yelich, batting for the 5th time. Hit by a pitch his first time up, but 0 for 3 official.
13 left on tonight for the Reds.
The 0-1. Yelich takes a look at a strike over the outside corner. Brewers have really had one big knockout punch in this game. Pitch. Yelich swings and sends a high fly ball deep to right, going back on at Marte and on the edge of the track. Now back to the outfield grass. He'll make the catch. Yelich got under that one a bit. And he's the second out in the 8th inning. The Reds were very much back in this game. They had just scored in the bottom of the 6th inning, their first run of the night, their first earned run of the series. And then with the bases loaded and 1 out, Andrew Vaughn continued his assault on left-handed pitching by doubling down the left field line off of Sam Maul.
I don't think that's the matchup that the Reds wanted at the time.
No. 1-0 on Jackson Chourio. Nobody in baseball hits left-handers better than Andrew Vaughn. The pitch is in there for a called strike, and the count is even 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-2 Milwaukee in the 8th. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 outs. TJ Antone trying to retire the side in order. Breaking ball down and away, and Chourio lays off. 2-2. Brock Burke is throwing in the Reds bullpen behind Antone. Reds are off tomorrow before they kick off their series with Pittsburgh on Friday. 3-game weekend set before going to Milwaukee for 4. Now Chourio laces a line drive toward the alley in left center. Quickly Myers to it to play it on a bounce to cut it off. But Chourio has excellent speed, and he dives in at second. No relay, and he's in there with a double. Chourio has his second hit tonight. It's his 13th double of the year. And now Bryce Terang. Terang 1 for 4. It was Terang's triple that kind of put the Reds' feet to the fire in the 7th. Triple to the left center field gap, and Myers made a lunging attempt but came up empty, and now Terang picks on Myers again. This time lofts one a little more routinely into medium depth left center. Myers is on to make the catch. Side retired, and the inning is over. A double and a run left in the 8th, and it's 6-2 Milwaukee as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, ACM and CMA award-winning artist John Party is coming to Great American Ballpark on Wednesday, July 8th as a part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they battle the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from country music's California cowboy, John Party. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view. For tickets and more information, visit Reds.com/concerts.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan so you can focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. Support every step of the way. In fact, 4 out of 5 members are satisfied with the benefits and coverage provided by their United Healthcare Medicare plan. Count on United Healthcare to be there with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
Party at your place this summer? Fix things up inside and out with July 4th deals now at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off select major appliances and save up to an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Plus, save $80 on a select Charbroil Performance Series gas grill, now $299. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. Graeter's new limited time flavor is peanut butter and clouds. Peanut butter ice cream with clouds of marshmallows. It's as good as it sounds and won't last long. In scoop shops and at Graeters.com. Taste the greatest.
Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Reds are down by 4. And the first pitch to Edwin Arroyo, getting his first at bat of the night. He watches a fastball miss low for ball 1. 1-0 on Edwin Arroyo. Brewers 6, Reds 2, bottom of the 8th. Arroyo hitting 226, squares to bunt, drops it down foul to the left side. 1 ball and 1 strike on Arroyo. Brewers won the first 2, and they were tight ones. 0-0 at the end of 9. Brewers went on to win it 2-1 in game 1, 2-0 last night. 1-1 pitch to Arroyo. And he hooks this one into right field. That's down for a base hit. Once again, the Reds have their leadoff man aboard. And now the right fielder bobbles it. Arroyo is going to try for second to throw in there. Not in time. Cooper Pratt thought Arroyo got in there. I couldn't tell if Frelick bobbled that momentarily or Arroyo was just trying to be ultra aggressive and stretch that into a double. But Arroyo went in there. It was close at second, but I think he got in just ahead of the throw. It will be a base hit and an error on the right fielder, Frelick. And they still almost got Arroyo on a bang-bang play at second. But the Reds have the leadoff man in scoring position here in the 8th, and now Ellie, and he swings and fouls it off to the left side. Now there's a bunch of different schools of thought on this. You could think, well, I mean, it's an error, so it is what it is. But the aggression there by Arroyo to try to take second base on that, you may think, well, the 0-1. Ellie takes off the outside corner. That doesn't
do something to get your dugout going.
Right, but sometimes that extra aggression, even though him being at second doesn't matter over being at first, but it can lift you up and create a little energy. 1 ball, 1 strike on De La Cruz. Yoho's home with the 1-1 pitch, and it's down and away, 2-1 on De La Cruz. And I think sometimes that energy and that intensity is a very real thing.
You also put a little pressure on the pitcher. I know it's a 4-run game, but pitchers do some weird things when they feel some pressure that they might give up a run.
2-1 way inside of the changeup. Almost hit Ellie with that.
Like fall behind 3-1.
Dane Myers next, and then Sal Stewart. Joel Kuhnel starts throwing now in the Brewer bullpen. 3-1 pitch. And Ellie watches a changeup float across the plate for a strike. Full count, 3-2. Right-handed pitcher, Ellie up there left-handed. And now he'll use his timeout, back out of the box right about the time Yoho came set. Back in again. Arroyo at second. Nobody out. Reds down 4, 8th inning. Yoho's payoff pitch. And Ellie got a piece of it, fouls it away. We'll try it again.
3 consecutive changeups here to De La Cruz.
That's a dangerous trap to fall into and start to look for that pitch. He's kind of lulled him asleep here, and now the payoff pitch to Ellie. Swinging a foul on another changeup, a 4th consecutive. The 5th changeup that Ellie has seen in this at bat. He's only seen 1 fastball. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. The pitch. And it's swung on and again fouled away. We'll try the 3-2 again. This time he gave him a fastball and Ellie spoiled it down the left field line. Is that just to set up going back to the changeup again?
I don't know. Contreras is the one that's calling them.
Payoff pitch. And he missed. Outside, it was another changeup. The Reds have 2 on with nobody out. Dane Myers coming to the plate as we pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
This is what happens when you do what Arroyo did and you get to second base. You put a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Even though the team has a 4-run lead, the pitcher starts worrying about giving up 1 run.
Dane Myers, the pitch. Outside, a fastball missed badly, and the count is 1-0. And again, worth repeating, Brewers are without Abner Uribe today. They would have been without him anyway. So they're shorthanded in the bullpen.
A lot of difference in a pitcher's mind, especially a young pitcher's mind, with a runner on second rather than first.
1-0 outside, 2-0 on Dane Myers. That fastball missed. And now you've got Sal Stewart lurking on deck, where if you allow Myers to reach, Stewart represent the tying run with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Yoho's pitch. And he pours a fastball in there for a called strike, 2-1. First and second, nobody out. Reds down 4. Yoho to the plate. Myers reached for a changeup away and dribbles it foul third base side, 2-2. Arroyo at second, De La Cruz at first, nobody out. And here's Yoho's 2-2 pitch to Dane Myers. And he reaches out, pokes it softly toward short, charging Pratt, throws on the run just in time, using his strong arm to get Myers. That was his only play, was to go to first. So Arroyo is up to third and Ellie to second with 1 out. But that takes the double play out of the equation as Sal Stewart comes to the plate. Tying run stays on deck. But that's a big out. Sal tonight, 2 for 3, double walk and a run scored. Now he swings and chops one up the middle. Pratt again to his left, fields it behind second. He'll throw to first to get the out of Stewart. The run will score. Arroyo's home from third, so it's an RBI ground out for Sal. And now it's a 6-3 Brewer lead. Ellie down to third base and Steer at the plate. You'd still love to cash in Ellie and make it a 2-run game going into the 9th inning. Steer takes a first pitch strike cutter in there, and it's 0-1. Steer singled back in the 2nd inning. Hit into a double play. He's flied to right and popped to second. The 0-1. He swings, sends this one high in the air. Deep right center field. Back it goes. It is gone. Steer drives it out of here to right center field to pull the Reds within 1 in the 8th. 6-5 Milwaukee.
I don't know how many times we have to say it, but when Spencer Steer is going to right center, he is some kind of tough out. First time he's had 2 hits in a ball game in some time. That was a big hit.
And the Reds are right back in it. And Chris Hook, again, he's wearing out a path to the mound from that third base dugout. And he's out to visit with Yoho. A 3-run Reds 8th. It is now 6-5 Milwaukee. And that's going to be it for Yoho. Joel Kuhnel jogging in from the Brewer bullpen. And I got to believe, Cowboy, with where they're at with their bullpen, he may be asked to get 4 outs tonight. So we'll see how they play it. But he's coming in now to face Eugenio Suarez representing the tying run here in the 8th. It is Milwaukee 6, Reds 5 on the Reds Radio Network.
Must be the love, yeah, must be the love right now.
There's so much to love in Ohio because the heart-shaped state is the heart of adventure with 76 free state parks, amusement parks, ballparks, and more. The heart of opportunity with great jobs and a low cost of living. Ohio is the heart of it all. Follow your heart at ohio.org.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at ChampionSafeNow.com.
Stop using the microwave, because Wendy's has quality food late at night. So just go to Wendy's and grab a Baconator made for you. Easy peasy bacon crispy. Wendy's, eat great even late. Open till midnight or later.
Hours may vary by location.
Summer is back in Reds country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Joel Kunal, Eugenio Suarez, Reds down 1, strike 1 on the outside corner. First pitch cutter, 0-1. Cowboy, you and I were discussing it. It certainly seems as though Kunal might be the last guy in that Brewer bullpen tonight. The 0-1. Suarez chops it foul, third base side.
Well, Ashby and McGill both pitched in Game 1 and Game 2 of this series. Now, granted, the Brewers do have tomorrow off, but they're heading to play the Cubs. You pitch 3 days in a row, one day might not get it as far as getting your arm re-energized.
0-2 in the dirt outside, 1-2 on Suarez. Suarez has been on 3 times tonight. A ground rule bloop double down the right field line in the second, walked in the fourth, and then he laced one down the left field line his last time up. One time he was retired, he hit the ball hard toward third. 1-2. Lays off the slider down and away, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, wouldn't this place go ballistic if Suarez connected here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Former Red Joel Kunal facing Eugenio Suarez. Kunal sets, and from the belt, here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul, third base side. Let's try it again. Welby Marte waiting on deck. Reds are down a run, 6-5 in the 8th. Kunal from the belt. Again, the 2-2 to Suarez. Hit him. Up and in, got him in the hand, and Eugenio Suarez is down to first base. They're going to ask if he swung. He didn't. Suarez shaking that hand out. Now Tomas Vera, Reds trainer, going to come out and check on Gino before he makes his way down to first base. He's definitely in a little bit of pain, though. So now the Reds have the tying run on base. Even though it's with 2 outs. And I think the Reds fortunate again that Suarez was not ruled a swing there. But it got him down on the hand close to the knob of the bat. So they're checking him out. Now the catcher Contreras is going to go out and talk with Kunal. Suarez will stay in. He's down to first. Marte at the plate. Now Marte represents the go-ahead run. Wouldn't be the worst time to park one. Marte, even though he's walked his last 2 times up, is 0 for 8 in the series. He has struck out 5 times. Searching for a little redemption. The pitch. And he swings and fouls it back. Strike 1. Suarez, short lead at first. Kunal from the belt. The right-hander's 0-1 in the dirt. Somehow Contreras scooped it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Marte. You would not argue with a wild pitch right about now. Suarez leading off the bag. Here's Kunal's 1-1. Swinging, it's hard hit, but to the backhand of Cooper Pratt. The shortstop gloves, the throw right on the money, inning over. Boy, Marte smashed it, but right to the backhand of Cooper Pratt. The Reds get 3, capped by a Spencer Steer blast. Reds are within 1 as we head to the 9th on the Reds Radio Network.
Left-hander Brock Burke is our Reds Wover's Mustard pitching change. Wover's Mustard, let's put some mustard on it. Burke will get 4, 5, and 6 here in this Brewer order.
Reds are right back in it, down a run. 9th inning. William Contreras to lead things off for Milwaukee. Contreras, all he's done tonight, reached base safely 4 times, intentionally walked his last time up, and he came around to score. Contreras checks his swing on a slider in too tight from the lefty Burke, and the count is 1-0. Single, 2-run home run single, intentional walk, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs tonight. 1-0. And Burke pours in a changeup. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-5 Milwaukee. We're in the 9th inning. Burke's 1-1. Check swing, down and away. Change up, 2 balls and a strike. It has been another tight series, but the Brewers still have the edge. Two-1. And it's down too low. 3 balls and a strike on Contreras. Contreras now with 48 RBIs on the year. 3-1 pitch, and he takes a fastball way outside, and he walks to lead off the 9th. Make your favorite players all-stars. You can cast your 2026 Konami Baseball, Konami eBaseball, MLB All-Star Ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. Contreras at first, Jake Bauers the batter. Left-hander against left-hander. Burke throws, Contreras runs. The pitch is a ball, throw to second, and they got him. Ellie taking the throw from Jose Trevino, and they cut down Contreras trying to swipe second after he walked to open the 9th inning. I just don't know how good.
Contreras got a little froggy there, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know how good an idea that was. They tried to reach to the back of the bag and pull back that left arm and reach around the backside of the bag with his right, but Ellie got him on the arm as he went to reach. High bouncer, right side, handled by Arroyo. Steer gets back to the bag after taking a step toward the ball, and he gets back in time to take the throw from Arroyo for the second out. 2 down. Great throw, worth noting. Great throw from Jose Trevino.
Right on the bag.
Blake Perkins batting for the first time tonight. Burke to Perkins. Fastball in there for a called strike. 0-1. Right-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher. Burke ready. Now here he comes, and a swing and a miss very late on the fastball. And Burke has Perkins down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Perkins came on to run for Vaughn after Vaughn's bases clearing double in the 7th. And now Perkins fouls it back right side. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Swinging again, a foul back. Still no balls and 2 strikes on Perkins. Left-handed pitcher. Right-handed batter. Perkins wanding the bat out over the plate. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back again. Still no balls and 2 strikes on Blake Perkins. Burke ready at the belt. His 0-2 pitch. Up and away. Change up, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Perkins wands the bat out over the plate. Here's the 1-2. Just off the outside corner of the changeup, 2-2. Wanted Perkins to go out of the zone and chase it there. He didn't. Count is level at 2-2. The break-even pitch. Swung on, popped him up. High in the air, short right. Out goes Arroyo calling for it. In comes the right fielder, Marte. It's Marte to take it, inning over. So leadoff walk, but a caught stealing erased him. And it's a quiet 9th for Milwaukee. 6-5 to the Reds, have a rally in them late. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Down a run, the Reds Radio Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
More than a museum. It's stunning exhibits that walk you through the Bible. It's a stroll through gorgeous botanical gardens. It's a marvelous tour of the heavens. And there's so much more at the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky, with fascinating exhibits, a planetarium, a special effects theater, a zoo, a playground, and a butterfly house and conservatory. The Creation Museum is fun for the whole family. Go to creationmuseum.org.
Jose Trevino leads it off for the Reds. 9th inning, 6-5. Joel Kuhnel still on. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. The Brewers.
Aaron Ashby is throwing in the Brewer bullpen.
He's up. 0-1 the count on Trevino. Kunal throws. And a ground ball left side. Diving for it, Hamilton. He can't get it. It's out of his reach and into left field for a base hit. Trevino aboard to start the Reds' 9th inning, and the Reds have the tying run on. Now, the Reds don't have another catcher, so they've got to stick with Trevino out there on the bases right now. And the batter is J.J. Bleday, left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. And Ashby, though he's throwing in the Brewer bullpen, he's left-handed. They're not going to him here, and that kind of tells you about his availability. The pitch. Fastball outside, because if he were good to go, I would think he'd be out there right now.
I'm there with you.
1-0 on J.J. Bleday. So you wonder if he was maybe just playing a little catch as a decoy. Kunal comes set. From the belt, here's the 1-0 pitch to Bleday. Fastball strike called, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arroyo next. Then if it gets there, Ellie. Got to avoid a ground ball to an infielder. Kunal home with a 1-1 pitch. And Bleday takes a fastball over but low. And Bleday ahead of the count, 2 balls and a strike. And Kunal goes for a walk down the back of the mound. Grabs the rosin bag, climbs back on top, looks back in. Hat kind of tipped back on his head a little bit with that flat bill. Ready at the belt, the 2-1. And Bleday takes low on the outside corner. It's 3-1. And Kunal's a bad one away from putting the tying run in scoring position here in the 9th inning. Left-handed hitting Bleday, slightly open stance. Kunal, the 3-1, and a strike on the outside corner. Just did catch the outside edge with a fastball. I mean, you can look for one pitch in one spot on 3-1. If you don't get it, no need to swing. Full count on Bleday. Trevino, very short lead at first. Kunal sets, and here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he walked him, missed down and away. Contreras wants to challenge. Brewers have both. It looked bad. It was. And the Reds have runners at first and second base with nobody out.
A ball, it is confirmed. Milwaukee has 1 remaining.
Well, Contreras had nothing to lose there. If it was close, you'd take a chance.
And now here comes Chris Hook with the switch hitting Edwin Arroyo coming up to hit from the left side.
Well, Hookie has been out to that mound a lot tonight, hasn't he?
Yes. So he's out there now, and this is not to make a pitching change. This is trying to get Joel Kunal back on track. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. Willie Harris down from third. The third base coach talking with Edwin Arroyo, probably about the prospect of bunting here. You've got De La Cruz on deck. You definitely want to stay out of a double play.
And if you do bunt, you want to bunt it hard at Hamilton at third base.
Kunal comes set. Brewers certainly expecting the bunt. Kunal's pitch. Arroyo squares, and Kunal looks the runner back to second. And that's just to confirm that Arroyo was going to square. He did. Kunal comes set. And from the belt, here comes the first pitch to Edwin Arroyo. He squares, tries to bunt, miss, strike 1. You do have to get it down. Arroyo singled his last time up, which helped fuel the 8th inning rally. He came around to score. Now the 0-1. And he drops it down right back to the pitcher. Kunal spins, throws to third, right on the money. They get Trevino, and that's why you got to bunt it down the third base line and force Hamilton to field it. So the bunt doesn't work.
It just wasn't a good bunt.
1-5 on the out at third. And now here's Ellie. First and second base. You do upgrade the speed on the bases slightly. Now you have good speed representing the winning run at first. Ellie at the plate. The pitch. And a fastball strike at the knees. A cutter, 0-1. The Brewers have their outfield very deep. No doubles defense in the outfield. First baseman Jake Bauers deep, guarding the line. Kunal comes set from the belt. Here's the 0-1 to De La Cruz. And he takes a strike. Outside corner. Boy, looked to be a little bit down and away. Ellie doesn't challenge, and the count's 0-2. It's a good pitch. I just don't think that's necessarily where Contreras was looking for it. So he had to reach for it a little bit. But it's 0-2 on De La Cruz. And here's Kunal's 0-2 pitch. Down and in, and Contreras somehow backhanded that pitch in the dirt. 1-2 on Ellie. Dane Myers waiting on deck. Ellie trying to tie it here. Possibly win it. The 1-2 pitch. Kunal to De La Cruz. Way high with a fastball. 2-2. And against the right-handed throwing Kunal, Ellie's up there from the left side.
Kunal was trying to throw that one through the backstop.
Yeah, he was. And he almost threw it to the backstop. The 2-2. Swing and a drive foul. Sliced into the seats down the left field line. 2-2 and holding on Ellie. That was up and away, and Ellie did a great job to go with it. Just sliced it foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leday in scoring position at second. Speedy Arroyo at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kunal from the belt, and here he comes with the 2-2 pitch. Up and away, a cutter way outside. Now the count's full, 3-2, and boy, isn't this a big pitch here for Kunal. You definitely don't want to walk the winning run into scoring position. Kunal drenched with sweat out there on the mound. Comes set, and here's the payoff pitch. Way outside, he walked him, and they're loaded. And now it'll be Dane Myers with the bases loaded and 1 out. Before he comes to the plate, let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. With the left-handed starter on the mound, Terry Francona gave Dane Myers a chance to hit third. And now here he is with a chance to be the hero against a right-handed pitcher. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Myers walked his first time up. Tying run at third, winning run at second. Bases loaded, 1 out. Kunal fires. And a fastball down the middle for a called strike at 98, 0-1 on Myers.
Well, with Arroyo's speed at second, you get anything through the infield, you got a chance to win the ball game right here.
Bauers tied at first. Now the 0-1, and Myers fouls it back. He's down to the count 0-2. Sal Stewart waiting in the on-deck circle. Go all the way back to the second inning where the Reds had runners at second and third with nobody out and didn't score. All is forgotten if you're able to come up with a huge hit here. 0-2 on Myers. Here's Kunal's 0-2 pitch. Fastball too high. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dane Myers. The inning started with a base hit by Jose Trevino, the only out. A bunt back to the pitcher by Edwin Arroyo. Play went to third. The 1-2. And Myers fouls it into the upper deck right side. A ball and 2 strikes.
That's why you bring your glove.
Guy stood up, grabbed it.
Snagged that thing in the third deck.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Medium depth around the outfield for the Brewers. And now time called by Myers at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gill uses the opportunity to go to the rosin bag. They're on their feet at Great American Ballpark. Tying run 90 feet away with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch. Myers hits it sharply on the ground to the shortstop. Pratt to second, 1. Around to first. Low throw. Dug out by Bowers. Double play. Ball game over. The Reds load the bases, but can't score in the 9th inning. A game-ending double play off the bat of Dane Myers, and Cooper Pratt a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove, but the Brewers still able to turn it. The Brewers sweep the series from the Reds here at Great American Ballpark. The first time the Reds have been swept here in 45 series. 6-5 final score. Brewers win it. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.